Hello, hello, welcome in, welcome back, welcome to my channel. I am Lisa and this is North Star Energy Healing. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for all your likes, views, subscribing. Oh man. All right, today we are going to do a January to June overview look at each month. This has been a little bit different. My guides wanted me to use oracle cards as an overview for each month, with one oracle card as a 6-month overview for you, Capricorns. And then we're going to be pulling tarot from my beautiful Gilded Tarot Royale for like a general tarot card pull for that 6-month period. So I'm excited about this. My guides are always throwing me curveballs and having me do things differently, but hey, that keeps it interesting, right? All right, Capricorns, December 22nd through January 19th, the goat, represented by the devil in the tarot. You are an earth sign, very consistent, very hardworking. You're ruled by Saturn, which is discipline, responsibility, growth, wisdom, slow and steady, perseverance, leadership, and long-term success. That's you, my Cappies. So January to June, what you can expect for 2026 is relationships, negotiations, new partnerships, and new opportunities. Good publicity and popularity. You may be forgiving others. June is going to bring in a helpful person for you. And the June card you got is Ceremony, Invocation, which I've never had from that deck, and I've had that deck for over a year, maybe even 2. That's a new card. There is another new card in the other. So whenever I pull a card for the first time, I consider it to be very special. All right. So let's look at what we have for moons in your sign. January 18th will be a new snow moon in Capricorn. And then let me just see. I thought there was another one. Yes. June 29th, so the very end of this cycle, is going to be a full strawberry moon in your sign. So January begins with a new moon in Capricorn. June ends that 6 months with a full moon in Capricorn. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so let's just see here. Some other things to be aware of are February 20th, Neptune and Saturn will move into Aries, fire, passion, energy, courage, right? Major events may be happening in February this year. Also, Pluto moves into Aquarius, innovation and independence. So major events around innovation and independence. In May, Pluto goes retrograde. This is going to slow everything down. So January, February, March, April, lots of fire, lots of passion, lots of action, major events are happening. And then in May, we kind of slow down. So February 17th of 2026 brings in the Chinese year of the fire horse, right? The horse is independence, stamina, strength, freedom, determination, and fire enhances all of that. So February is going to be an explosive month, okay? Now, this fire horse is happening for the first time since 1966. We have the year of the horse, or have had, but not in fire, right? So because they use the elements as well as the animals. The fire is going to enhance all of this. It's going to be dynamic, intense energy, big changes and growth in this year. People will desire more freedom of expression, more freedom from 9-to-5 jobs. More people are going to be starting their own businesses, more bartering. People are going to wake up more to conglomerates and government controls and what's been hidden. We're going to be more focused on making our dreams come true and being bold and daring and living authentically. Yes, yes, yes. More of that. Okay. All right, my beautiful Capricorns. So as I said, we pulled an overview card. This is from the Oracle of the Universe. You're the only sign that my guides, for some reason, wanted me to use this particular deck, but my guides are never wrong. So your overview, January to June, is a number 44. That is a master number, right? 4's representing stability, right? 4 plus 4 is 8. Infinity, mastery, right? Strength. So it's difficult sometimes for me to read what's in this book because the way that they did it, it's really small print and it's black. So let me see if I am able to hold the card up and read the message. Look at the card, right? Canopus, guidance. It looks like a ship, and there is a huge bursting starlight or burst of starlight on the front of that ship. The people are looking at it almost in awe and wonder, like, what is happening, right? Okay. Let me see if I can read this. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. Take wise counsel from those you trust. Accept assistance when you need it. We cannot know everything, so look for a genuine subject matter expert. Use both your mind and intuition to make decisions. Seek and you will find. All right. So for the first 6 months, this card is talking about getting the right guidance so you can make the right decisions. It asks you to seek people who know more about that subject than you might know to help you navigate it. It also asks you to use your intuition. So using your analytical as well as your physical intuition, that gut feeling, right? I love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. So we're going to go month to month. The first 3 months, I use the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. This is by Colette Baron Reed. I love her. I love her decks. They are beautiful. Look, you have a number 33, okay? You start with a 44, and your second card is a 33, another master number, right? 3 plus 3 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. This is Tesla energy right here. This is magical and beautiful, okay? So Peaks of Joy is the card. Peaks of Joy. And look at that. She is jumping off the top of that and she is going towards a butterfly, maybe towards her dreams. Now, I also want you to see the similarities. Okay. Look at this right here and look at this. Same exact shape. This has a starburst. This has a person bursting off of that. And she's also lit up there. I mean, wow. Okay, here we go. 33, Peaks of Joy. Your life is filled with happiness, so share it with others. And this is January, right? So this could be your birthday. Maybe you're full of joy on your birthday. Some of you born in December, some in January. But either way, your life is filled with happiness in January, so share it, right? Joy is yours today. No matter what your inquiry, you will be happy with the results. You're coming closer to a sense of achievement, and you've worked hard for it. No doubt, Capricorns, you are hard workers. You're surrounded by true companions and events that are synchronistically arranged to bring you the next level of your life. Wow, January is going to bring in something, right? Next level of your life. The world is singing a beautiful harmony. Life is exhilarating and hopeful. Let gratitude fill your heart and remember to share your happiness because joy is contagious. So 33 Peaks of Joy that you have, and sharing your joy with others is January. February, 41, that's a 5, that's change. Unexpected visitors. You see, there's two little bunny rabbits in there, and she's kind of looking in. It looks like she's kind of down on her knees looking through this door. If you expect the unexpected, you'll be prepared for miracles. Wow, you have Peaks of Joy. Now you have unexpected visitors. Be prepared for miracles. Detours, surprises, and paradigm shifts. Expect the unexpected. No matter how detailed your plans are and how clear you believe the road ahead to be, there are times when the best plans are waylaid by unforeseen circumstances. At first, detours may seem inconvenient, but a surprise turn of events signals that the adventure of life is beginning to get interesting. This is February. No one can plan for synchronicity, for fate, for destiny to meet, except Spirit, who knows what you can't comprehend for now. Life is full of surprises, so stay on your toes and enjoy this exciting new adventure you weren't expecting. Wow, Capricorns, what's going to happen in February? There is a plan for your life that may not match up with your agenda. Okay, so be open to change, right? Be open to possibilities and let life flow. Let life flow, right? Guidance. Get guidance from your own compass and from those who know more about a subject than you. Share your joy, embrace it, be ready for the unexpected. Now, March. This is number 50, which is another 5. So you have 30, 44, 33, 5, 5. 4, 4, 3, 3, 5, 5. Compass. I have never pulled this card from this deck as long as I have had it. As I said, over a year at least, maybe even 2. Compass. As long as you orient your compass to true north, the direction of your higher power, you will never be lost. So in March, it's time to get your bearings again, right? The unexpected that happened, the change that came in, time to change again. You're entering uncharted territories right now, and you can expect wonderful new experiences. To stay on the highest path of your destiny, you'll need to keep your compass pointed to true north. Only Spirit or a higher power can serve this function. It's telling you that you need to tune in, right? Where should you be and what should you be doing? Money, property, prestige, romance, and other material achievements can help you find your true path. They are simply things you may experience along your journey. Know that Spirit is working in your life, so even if you feel lost temporarily, it will be easy to find your way. Have faith and trust for your compass. With Spirit as true north, will ensure that you'll never be lost, even on a starless night when all seems dark. All right. So in March, it's time to get your bearings again, okay? So things may throw you off in February. Excuse me, one second. So things get really interesting because you have the great joys in January. You have unexpected change or turn of events in February. You align and retune into your inner compass and get your bearings in March. All right, so April, May, June is Earth Magic Oracle by Stephen D. Farmer. So April brings in Earth Magic. Wow. You are an Earth sign. Fairies, Earth Magic. Look at that beautiful card. A beautiful fairy, translucent, standing in a flower, looking out at the leaves, the sky, and everything. And there is a light shining on her, right? Beautiful. Okay, sorry, I gotta turn the page. Sorry about that. You have the same power available to you as the fairies do. It starts with loving the earth through your heartfelt gratitude and appreciation, but more important, through your actions. The fairies can help you reconnect in a more intimate way with the earth, and all they require is your willingness to pay attention to the trees and plant life around you and demonstrate your care. So this is grounding energy, right? So flying off with the joy and then unexpected changes, getting back to your compass, and then grounding yourself. Whether you live in a small space or have an expansive land, make it a point to be especially attentive to your surrounding vegetation. Plant something. Get your hands in the dirt and do so with love and enthusiasm. Every flower, tree, or shrub, every flower, tree, or shrub you are tending is a living being. So treat each like you would a dear friend. Ask the fairies to help you take care of these friends, and you will be rewarded many times over. Grounding and connection to Mother Gaia, to Mother Earth, to the fairy world, to the unseen. Love it. So that's April. That's a good time for that because a lot of times people are doing their spring planting in April. I love it, Capricorns. It's beautiful. Okay. So then in May, you have volcano, volatility. Uh-oh. Volatility. All right. What's coming up in May? This is a particularly volatile time for you. Unexpected changes, sometimes quite sudden and dramatic, are occurring in ways that you have absolutely no control over. These occurrences may be so powerful as to shake up what you formerly thought of as the foundations of your security. They may even cause you to reassess the direction your life is taking, to question some of your relationships, or to reevaluate the work you have chosen. Although these events may rock your world, know that Spirit is the guiding force behind them. It is a matter of finding your trust that life knows what it is doing in the midst of these storms of change. Yeah, something is definitely changing because you have 2 5s, right? So the beginning of the year starts out joyous, and then it kind of changes things up. You get your compass. You ground into the earth. You do some planting or look at your garden or have messages from that or for that. And then in May, things get shaken up a bit. All right, let me see here. It requires you to make adjustments quickly and not cling to what was, but instead move forward and welcome with your arms wide open what is yet to come. All from a place of being present in this moment. You have nothing to fear. So Capricorn, something may come up in May that kind of throws you for a loop, and you're like, I don't understand why this is happening. I've had those moments, those weeks, those days, those months, even a whole year of, wow, this has been a roller coaster. But it's okay, right? Because June is going to bring in a helpful person. Remember, we had that message in the beginning. So in June, you have ceremony, invocation, another first. Never pulled this card. I have never pulled this card. Again, I've had this deck for over a year, maybe 2. So it's a woman sitting at a table. She has a crystal in front of her. She is connected to spirit through the light coming out of her head. There is a snake on the table, and it looks like a poisonous, like a coral snake. So, I don't know. We're going to have to see what this is. She has candles lit. Yeah, this is weird. I've never pulled this. She definitely has her hands over a crystal grid. All right, let's see what it's all about. Whether through indifference, depression, life crisis, or any other manifestation of mental, emotional, or physical blockages, you have drifted from the intimacy with spirit for which you yearn. All right, so what's coming in May have you feeling alienated or disconnected from your own intuition. It is important to do what you can to regain an experience of spiritual power. Sorry, I got to turn the page. Of course, it wants to stick, right? Being stuck is contained within you and all around you. Do so by conducting a ceremony, one that involves not only spirit, but material objects you consider sacred. Whatever it is that you consider sacred. I have a few things. Crystals, of course. I also have a dagger that my husband made me when we were first together, that I had laid out with a wand that he made me. Things like that. Use those things. Set up an altar in a convenient area that is apart from your usual living space. Start with representations of the 4 major elements, earth, air, fire, and water, and then add just a few sacred objects. Set your intention for the ceremony, such as whether the purpose is for healing, celebration, honoring a particular season or cycle. Then do an invocation to call upon your spirit guides. So, I mean, this is not black magic we're talking about here. I mean, there are grids for every full moon, new moon, every change of the season. So please don't take it that way, right? This is connection, right? You're invoking your guides to come back to you and reconnect. Breathe their presence and ask the divine beings to guide you throughout the process. Trust the guidance. Feel your heartbeat and keep breathing. Breath is the key to the actual experience of spirit, and creating a ceremony is the vehicle that supports this. Okay, so in June, after going through whatever happens in May, you're going to do some sort of ceremony. Now, it doesn't have to be all that they said. A ceremony can simply be, like, sometimes I meditate and I just hold my selenite. I get in my zero gravity chair and I put in my earbuds and I just listen to some type of meditation, light language, or what have you. All right, you don't have to make a grid or do an altar or anything, but whatever it is for you that helps you reconnect with spirit and your intuition, that's what's going to be needed in June. Okay, so recapping. 44, guidance, the bright star canopus, right? You need to ask someone for guidance and accept that guidance. 44. 33, January, the peaks of joy that you feel and you share with others. 41, 5, unexpected visitors, a turn, change, something that you're not expecting that could be a challenge. March is 5 again, changing back to your inner compass, getting your compass lined up and in line. And then April, the fairies, grounding yourself, right? Grounding with Mother Gaia, with Earth, with plants, with what have you. And then in May is that volcano, something that comes in that kind of shakes things up, but you're going to get through it. You can get through it. I have had, I used to, a long time ago, I went to church. I've read the Bible 4 times, 3 different Bibles, read it 4 times. And I went to church, and this pastor, I just loved him so much, and I put him up on a pedestal, and I just thought he was the greatest thing, and, and then he had an affair with a parishioner, and I was so shocked, and I just couldn't believe it, and I said, well, he's a pastor, like, he's as close to God as you can get, and I was young, I was in my 20s, and so I just said, at that moment, I was like, well, if he can't even walk the straight and narrow, then I can't. And I just didn't go to church again for years and years and years. I said, this can't be real. I don't believe in this because of that. And then I heard a sermon or saw a sermon, or somebody invited me to church or something that said, preachers, pastors are just human beings. They are men doing the best that they can. I was like, oh, or men or women, like human beings, right? And I was like, oh, okay. So I had this feeling for a long, long time. But at that time, God, Spirit, Jesus, whoever, they wanted me to understand that my feeling about religion was caught up in a human fault, right? So I don't even know why I started telling you that story, but Spirit only gives me stories when they're relevant, and I don't think I've ever told that one. So please keep in mind, the compass card and the ceremony card have never come out before. And those are both kind of about grounding and getting your balance and your focus back, right? Connecting into your intuition and your own person. So, that's a big message for you, my beautiful Capricorns. And then we have the Hierophant. And I was just talking about that. Beliefs, religion, wisdom, classes. All right, Spirit. What do we have? Oh, boy. That one flipped over in the middle of the deck. Oh, partnership. Yes, June brings in a helpful person. I feel that energy with that card. And it doesn't have to be a lover. Oh, my God. The same thing happened. Look. That's Sagittarius. No. Mother Gaia. Oh, my gosh. Okay. All right. Beautiful Capricorns. Let's see what the tarot has. January to June 2026, the Star card. I love it. This is hopes, dreams, and wishes fulfilled, right? January to June is going to be about relationships, negotiation, new partnerships, right? So could be an Aquarius, right? Because this card represents Aquarius. But this is telling you not to lose hope, right? That everything will be fine. Then you have the Two of Pentacles. Pentacles being Earth, your sign. This is balance and choice. He is balancing those pentacles with a rainbow in between. He's doing a beautiful job. It can be a choice, but I really feel like in this case it's about balance. What are you balancing? Probably these things that are happening, these changes that are coming in. You need to not lose your balance or focus, right? Page of Swords. Pages are messengers. This page has two blue jays, bluebirds, whatever. So your spirit is trying to connect, okay? This has to do with this ceremony card, this compass card, right? Spirit is trying to connect with you, Capricorn. So listen, right? Take some time to meditate. Really listen and feel in. And then you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is Taurus energy. Taurus is known to be a bull, right? You could be dealing with a Taurus when it comes to some of these changes or some of these things that are happening. Maybe you have Taurus prominently in your birth chart. It could be that as well. But this is another 5. This is your third 5. Capricorn, big changes are going to happen January to June for you. This is about your belief system, traditions, religion, all of that. There could be some sort of shakeup in what you believe. That could be the happening here. Like I told you my story about that, and then I realized when I heard that next sermon, and of course I believe in God, I believe in Jesus, I believe in Buddha, in Ra, in whatever, because there is a higher power and a higher source, and depending on where you were raised, it was introduced to you in a certain way. Partnership. Spirit is making me talk so fast, it's weird. Two of Cups is partnership, right? Cups are loving, nurturing energy. There is another rainbow here. Oh, I had those cards laid out so neatly. I want to show you the similarities here. 2 Pentacles, 2 Cups, both with a rainbow in between, right? The first one is one person there, and then the second one out in the reading is 2 people. So I do feel, my loves, like there is going to be some person coming in according to the 2026 astrology guide, astrological, that for Capricorns in June, that helpful person appears. And then look at this, the Empress. This is 3, right? 3 is creation and collaboration. She is the birther of all. New things, new ideas, new people, babies, partnerships, all of that. So Capricorns, I really feel like everything is going to change for you end of May through June into July. There's going to be some new thing, new person, new partnership. I mean, could it be a love relationship? Of course it could. But I feel like it may have to do with a lot of things. Maybe you meet somebody at work, or it's something to do with a business that you have. You meet this person and maybe they become your partner in some way. Well, I really hope that this has helped. I will come back with the second half of the year somewhere around May, June, for the second half of the year. But tune in. I'll be putting up readings. I think next I'm going to do coffee cups for signs, but we'll see. I really hope this has helped, Capricorns. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.